Oh, welcome to another Rowdy Thursday. And ladies and gentlemen, that can mean one thing and one thing only. It is a brand new episode of A Worthy Addiction.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a show like no other, hosted by none other than me and my rowdy brother. So I will not waste any freaking time introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the man who reminds the muscle mommies that daddy is always on top. Ladies and gentlemen, my man, Unworthy, Dynamite Collector.
Thank you. That was a beautiful introduction. And as always, the man that needs no introduction.
Time out. We got to do this right. This is a very awesome weekend, so let's do this right. All right. You're going to introduce it. Let me just take myself off. Okay.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm going to introduce Toy Addict now. He is the mayor of Patootieville, the King Cutie, Mr. Toy Addict 17.
Hello, ladies.
Well, he's here somewhere. There That was.
Thank you for that beautiful intro. And Unworthy. I'll give you the honors to introducing our next guest. Would you like to do the honors? Would you like me to?
You know what? I hope our guest. I hope he has his sexy intro like that. Like, I don't know. Yes, but our special guest of the evening. He is 1/3 of the Toy Daddies, the best looking Toy Daddy, if you're asking me. None other than Mr. No Chewing.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, Danny, when you reached into your pocket on your intro, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What are you gonna pull out? Shit.
Man, I didn't have a corn dog, so I was like, let me just make the illusion that I do.
Oh god, if you started throwing hot dogs in the air.
All right. I might just pass them out during Legion's Con, just frozen corn dogs to everybody.
You'd be a hero.
I would. Yeah. I would be a hero. Oh man. But
you don't even have to cook them first. You just take the frozen ones, and then Diggs will be following you around. So you just hand him to Diggs, and he's gonna be so hot and bothered from following you, they're just gonna cook naturally.
There we go. That's the plan. Thank you guys for having me.
There you go. No Chewing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, buddy. We're definitely honored to have you on. One of our homies, man. We've known each other for so long. But yeah, the reason I did that is because this is a very, very special weekend. We're on the road to we're almost here. The weekend's coming, and we're gonna have the 2-day big old extravaganza WrestleMania 41. A big spectacle. It's the Super Bowl for all the wrestling fans. This is our Super Bowl. But also too, I'm gonna shout out Hoodcast AF. Hoodmania 25. We're on the road to Hoodmania 25, and we're super excited. So we're gonna be definitely talking about that. So if you're watching this live and watching this in the replay, don't forget that hit that like button. As always, thank you for showing us some love and showing our guests some love because we're excited to have No Chewing. So fellas, how are you doing? How's the week been for you?
Doing well. It's already Thursday, so it's pretty good. And
yeah. We're almost to the weekend. It's nice. And actually, I am looking forward to Hoodmania more than I am looking forward to WrestleMania this year.
Yes, I agree.
So,
I agree.
But the week has been, it's just been, I've been looking forward to the show all week, looking forward to the weekend. And I don't really, I've been trying this new thing of not saying anything if you can't say anything nice. So I'm adapting that, and I'm just gonna not say anything nice at all, and just say all things bad. It's my own take on it, and
that's one way to go.
Sucked, man. This fucking week has been a shit ass fucking week.
So I'm
just glad that we're almost to the weekend.
Well, I'm happy that we're here and we can share. Again, this is an open space, and where you can say whatever you want here.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what though. Yesterday, true story. Yesterday, I work in the hospital, and I transport patients at the hospital. And not to get into much details, just to kind of cover my ass, but I almost got maced yesterday. Like, no joke. Like, it wasn't like actual, like, they didn't actually try to mace me. They like, something happened where somebody needed to get mace, and I inhaled a lot of it yesterday, and it really sucked really bad. Yeah. So, but man,
So wait, somebody else got maced and you breathed it in?
so yes. So there was
You're
an
hanging
incident.
out with the wrong fucking crowd, man. You
Right,
find some
at
better
work
friends.
at that, right? I work at that. Like, it's funny now, because it's funny now, but like at the moment, like when I remember the security guard telling me that, hey, we need to do such and such. Again, I'm not going to give you details, but we got to do such and such.
We need to lay this motherfucker up.
We
with
got
some
to do
pepper
such and
spray,
such
just so
over
you know.
here. But I'm gonna need you to come with us, because we need to transport this person back. Just keep in mind that there is mace.
Keep in mind, he is not gonna want to be transported.
See, I think it'd be funnier if he's like, hey Danny, come over here. I'm gonna go high, you go low. All right. On the count of 3, he's like, "This is not my job, sir."
Yeah, but he's down. He's down. He'll do it. He'll do it.
No, of
He'll
course.
stand his ground. He'll stand on business.
So I hit the corner, and he's like, all right, just keep in mind that there is mace everywhere, and it is in the air. So, just try not to inhale. Like, if you can hold your breath. I was like, I'll do the best I can. So I don't know why I had a mask on. And the minute I hit that corner, it was like it's like this little hall. The minute I hit that that whiff of like the mace, like it went all through in my nose, like through the mask. Like, I even ripped the mask off, because I was like, I couldn't breathe. So my eyes were watery, like I felt my eyes burning. Then my throat, and
pretty
it was bad.
Shit.
It was pretty bad.
I have been on the receiving end of pepper spray before. And it was my own fault. Believe it or not, I had it coming. Believe it or not. And also, I have a similar story, and I wouldn't normally tell this story because it's quite embarrassing, but I'm going to tell it anyway. I have a bug out bag in my van, my work vehicle. It's like an emergency bag. Like, if I'm stranded somewhere and I have to get home, it's like just a bag. It's got like clothes and survival gear. And one of those things is I have bear spray in there. And one day I was moving my shit around in my van. I was all pissed off because I couldn't find something. And I slid the seat back. And when I did, I burst the fucking can of bear spray in my bag. And it was like just spraying in my bag. But like, I had to get it out of the van because like it was starting to stink up my van. It like got all over my hands. It got in my fucking my nose hairs. Like, I was sneezing all fucking day. I couldn't get it out of my nose. It was horrible. That shit sucks.
Yeah, that does not sound. I mean, I'm telling you, I just inhaled a little bit of it, and that was bad. I could only imagine how anybody would feel. Like, they do the trainings at the police academy where they like spray the pepper spray in the person's face, and then you have to walk and like still try to like fight and like go through all these obstacles. Like, I don't think I would be able to do that.
Yeah,
no, we have a Legion's Con activity now, Danny.
Right, we could, we should.
Right by the fire pit. Let's just.
I got a new can of bear spray. I'll just bring it, line you guys up.
Oh yeah. Not pepper spray for a human. Let's crank it.
Let's amp it up a little
Let's do the best.
Hey, listen, don't half-ass something you can full-ass. That's all.
I can picture the bears in the woods like, look at these fucking assholes.
Yeah. The bears like, that happened to me once. It sucks.
Chewy, how are you doing, dude? How's things, man?
I'm doing well. I recently got back on employment, so I was unemployed for the winter, and
okay, congratulations.
I have a paycheck again.
There you go. Good.
But I will say,
are you enjoying your new job?
Yeah, it's nice. They're nice to me. It's taken a little bit to get used to actually like working full day again.
Yeah.
Got very accustomed to my more leisure approach.
Yes. No, of course. That's awesome. It's always exciting to have like something new. And like, is it similar? It's a similar job than the one you were doing before.
Exactly.
Okay.
Almost the exact same thing. So
that's awesome. That's pretty good. That's exciting, man. But we're definitely happy to have you here. And I don't want to make the chat wait any longer. I know the chat's been here. They've been
Fuck
hanging
the
out with
chat.
us.
I see who's there. We don't need to pay no attention.
I was
Just
trying to
kidding, everybody. Just kidding.
Wade Crate, what's going on, dude? Welcome.
Up,
We got a
Wade?
homie Rel Collect saying, "What up?" No
Yo,
Cody
Rel.
crybabies. Cody weeping because it's Cena's last
Weeping.
WrestleMania. Yes,
Weeping.
last.
I think he might be weeping for a poor storyline, but
Yeah, that too.
Ender Shadow, what's going on? Welcome. We got
What's
Mr.
up?
Jedi Jack. He says, "Hey fellas, I love you guys. Miss you greatly. Well, we can't wait to see you, Jack.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to hang out with you, Jack." He says, "Damn, look at that swag. Yeah, that was just for you guys. I figured, it'd be nice to have my own intro Titantron video. As
that's just what you need. Another fucking video of you dancing. Does the soul good.
Chubby. Okay, I'm as hard as a rock. Can we start now?
He loves it. He's into it.
damn, Diggs.
Diggs, what's going on, man?
Hey,
We got
what's up,
Tripping with Toys in the house. What's going on, Tripping with Toys? We got Ed Nice in the house saying,
¿Qué está pasando, mi gente?
what's going on, Ed Nice? Man, we got Highly Posable. Said, yo, Roddy Time. Good evening, everyone. What's going on? Highly Posable. Go check them out tomorrow. Awesome show. Awesome. A lot of features, a lot of shenanigans. I really, really enjoy Highly Posable. They're awesome.
I mean, if anyone wants to like team up and mess with KJ, he'll read anything off that chat. I'm just putting out there. Each week, I'm like, I should rickroll him.
Yeah. He will. He gets anxious when the other guys, when he's not on, he's in the chat like, read the fucking chat. And he gets anxious about it. He wants everybody's words to be heard. I particularly like the episodes that KJ's not on there because those guys enjoy themselves a lot more. It seems like.
Jedi Jack says, "I'm worthy. Sorry, your package didn't arrive today." That's
all right.
Mace or pepper spray? It was pepper spray. You're right. I didn't mean to call it mace. It was pepper spray. Toyar Lemonade says, "What up, Rowdy family? What's going on, Toyar?"
What's up?
And it says the pepper sprayed myself in middle school. Damn.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. KJ, oh, here he is. Said, "Yo, some
speak of the fucking devil.
Fuck you over." What's going on, KJ? Oh man, but yeah, guys, super excited, super exciting. Love WrestleMania. Now, how do you guys feel about the match cards this year? Do you guys think it? I mean, it's hard, man, because WrestleMania 40 was like,
so good.
It was really, really good. Like those were like, I know they're trying to like fill those shoes, but that event, it was just like special in itself. Like there was something about that WrestleMania. This WrestleMania seems like it's gonna be. I mean, I'm not gonna sleep on it because there may be some surprising moments and something that we don't expect happen because anything can happen at WrestleMania, but it just doesn't feel the same as WrestleMania 40. Like it just
feels rushed. Like
right.
Some of it doesn't make sense to me. Like I was going through the card right before the show, and I was like, why are these people wrestling against each other? Like Bailey and Lyra. I'm like,
yeah, why did they introduce this new title and then have them tag team? Like have a champion,
right?
Like why isn't that championship not being defended? Why is that person a tag team against another set of titles? Like,
you know what? I never understood.
What are we doing?
I never understood why they didn't have. I know they have Lyra out there, but I never understood why they didn't have like NXT titles being like challenge, like defended at WrestleMania, right? Because they
the last thing they did was Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley defended the NXT title against Charlotte.
Right, and that was like with no crowd, right? They did that was like the no crowd.
COVID year.
COVID year. So
and
I
that
was
like, I never awesome match to watch with no audience, so you could hear them everything every noise they made. It was nice.
Right.
My wife made me leave the room a couple times.
I feel like this should have been the WrestleMania to like really, really go in on the TNA and WWE partnership. Like this should have been the WrestleMania to like incorporate some of those matches into the card, right? Because I agree with you. There are a lot of like matches that like make no sense to me.
Yeah, a bunch of what the fucks this year.
Like, I love Rey Mysterio, legend. I grew up watching Rey Mysterio, but I really don't want to see him fight. What's its character now? El Grande Americano.
Yeah. What? Come on. I am stoked about this. I gotta say,
Grande Americano.
I think the match is going to be great. I think the match is going to be great.
It's about time. He has been a legend in Mexico for so long. training in Lucha Libre. I'm just so happy to see him. And, I'm fucking sick and tired of hearing people say that it's fucking Chad Gable. Like, it's very clearly not Chad Gable. Chad Gable was sick the first night and left.
Right.
So, come on. Like, you haven't seen them in the same room? Yeah, well, you haven't seen Becky Lynch and El Grande Americano in the same room. Maybe it's Becky Lynch.
It very well could be. I just think it's funny that his name sounds like a coffee that you order.
El Grande Americano.
Yeah. And the other thing too is Chad Gable goes, "Thank you," and this Grande Americano is kind of like bites his style, and I think that's why they say it, because the Grande Americano guy goes, "Gracias." So I think they just are jumping to conclusions that it's the same person. It's fucking annoying though.
But to that point, I agree. I don't know why they made it to the cards. I didn't feel that their story was necessary for this. I would have liked to see like Chelsea Green. I think she's doing a great job as champ.
I think Chelsea Green would have been great.
I would love to see something.
Rel says, I think the highly upsetting that Americano been there like a month and it's WrestleMania and Gable sits it.
Yeah, that is a bit of a bummer. Chad Gable is a certified talent. He should be on the card too.
KJ says, I got an El Grande Americano.
Yeah, the one he's talking about, though, it's a dildo from Cobra Dad's Dick Dash delivery. That's where he got his Grande.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree. I feel a lot of the matches, I feel like they were just put in there. Like, honestly, like now I'm trying to figure out, like, I was really looking forward to the Kevin Owens and Randy Orton match.
Yeah, and what are they going to do with Owens?
That's well, they had a good storyline. They were building it up for almost a year.
Yeah. So now I'm thinking, like, are they going to incorporate Orton in any way at WrestleMania? Like, honestly, like, one of the matches that I'm really looking forward to is Logan Paul and AJ Styles. I am looking forward to that match. I think Logan Paul has been doing a phenomenal job as a heel. Like, he gets a lot of heat, and he's really good in the ring.
He's very easy to hate.
Yeah, so he's been really, really good. I'm looking forward to it because also, AJ Styles, he performs like amazing. Like, that dude, you can put him in any match and he makes anybody look good.
But do you feel like that storyline was built up enough to warrant a match at WrestleMania?
The Logan Paul one?
Yeah.
I feel like they kind of did, because they teased it a little bit here and there, like before Elimination Chamber, even, I thought.
Right.
I thought maybe not. Maybe that was right after. I think they've been teasing it, though, at least since then.
I felt like they should have incorporated him into the Intercontinental title match. They should have added that. That was the one, because remember, he had this whole thing with Braun Breaker where
Logan Paul did?
No, not Logan Paul, AJ Styles. He had this whole thing with Braun Breaker and like nothing happened. Like,
well, because he got hurt.
Right. I would have rather seen like him and AJ Styles, go at each other for that belt. I need to see another title run with AJ Styles before he decides to call it quits, because AJ Styles is fucking phenomenal, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And Nice says, let's go Cena. Yeah, I can't. I'm looking forward to Cena, man. I am looking forward to seeing Cena. He says, shoot, Cena in the house. What's going on, shoot? Hey, by the way, shout out to Shoot, man. He made a stop motion video kind of promoting A Worthy Addiction tonight. It was like with some figures fighting. I can't remember the figures, but fantastic job, dude. I really enjoyed that.
How did I miss that?
Yeah. He has it on the A Worthy Addiction page. I'm seeing. You know what? I'll pull it up. And we got Skelly in the house. What's going on, Skelly? Yes, sir. He said, "Holy shit, A Worthy Addiction is here. Thanks for joining us, buddy." Let's see. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, pull it up.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know
how.
Yeah, I think though the biggest thing with WrestleMania that is bothering me is like, where the fuck is The Rock?
Yeah,
like they kind of set this whole thing up with like the Cena and Rock were going to have this hostile takeover thing, and then they haven't even mentioned The Rock again.
They haven't mentioned The Rock, and even with Cena,
I'm such a douche.
A week off between, like he wasn't on this week.
Forgive me, Wade. It was Wade, not Shoot, that made this video. Wade, I apologize. You are absolutely right.
Wow.
Shoot's probably like, oh, thanks. Sorry, Wade. It was Wade. It was definitely you, Wade.
Oh, Wade.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Wade, I wouldn't take this shit from them.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch us again if I was you, Wade.
Here's the video. This is pretty dope video. Hold on. Let's see.
Nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. Thank you, Wade.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Wade, man. Thank you, Wade. I appreciate it, man.
I like
that
I
haven't done stop motion since high school. Shoot, inspired. This guy. Ravens House, what's going on, dude?
What's up?
Nicely done. Nicely done. So, guys, I have a so just kind of going into the theme, and I got a discussion question for you guys because there have been a lot of great, awesome moments at WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, discussion question for us and the chat tonight is: what are some of your favorite WrestleMania moments? And this could be matches, appearances, celebrity appearances. What would you say? What would you say are like the Mount Rushmore of moments for you? That moments that really stick out.
Another Mount Rushmore list.
I'll go first. I will always and forever love the Iron Man match with Bret the Hitman Hart and Shawn Michaels. I will always love that match. And reason being is because that I remember that night when we were watching, this is when scramblers used to be around. We had a scrambler at the time. We used to, when we watched this pay-per-view, like we were heavily
Isn't
invested.
That like illegal cable?
No, it was like a box. I don't remember. Was it? It might have been. I don't know. But I remember years
crime here, by the way.
No,
we're still in. Are we? Are we or are we not? I don't know. It's a great.
I remember watching that. I remember watching this match, and we were heavily invested in that fight. That was the gimmick times. We didn't know about like real beef between Bret and Shawn at the time. That stuff didn't exist. But like, man, how divided my house was during that time. Like my older brother was a big Bret fan. My dad was too. You know, everybody, my mom, for obvious reasons, was rooting for Shawn. I was rooting for Shawn Michaels as well. And like, man, I think after that match, like me and my brother were like beefing the entire time because he was like super pissed that Bret had lost the title. But that would be my first. One of my WrestleMania moments is when Shawn Michaels won his first world WWF title at the time. So he won his first title at WrestleMania in the Iron Man match. So that's my first. What would you say, Chewy? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
go ahead,
the one I was thinking about, and I can't remember who won. I think The Rock won, but it was 2003. It was him and Austin. And I don't know if it's 2003, maybe 2002, early 2000s.
Yeah,
I think
it was like 19 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the last times I watched wrestling before I went off to college. And so then I fell out of it. So that was like kind of the end until rather recently. I think I got back into it maybe like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That was a good match. That was the last Austin and Rock feud moment. Like they haven't really been in the ring again since. I think that's the only time Rock has ever beat Cena, actually, was that year. They always had that thing going where Rock could never beat him. And I think they knew Austin was about on his way out. Rock was going to be on his way out.
Which is funny to think about because then, like 20 years later, Austin's in great shape, could come back if he wanted to. And The Rock wrestled last year. So
right.
Yeah, Austin is in great shape, but I don't know if he was in rough shape though after that match that he did with Owens, like that impromptu one. Like he was after that, man, that was like kind of a quick match. So I don't know if he could like do nonstop matches like that again. But
hey, brothers.
I think one of my first Mount Rushmore matches would be Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels in the ladder match to unify the Intercontinental titles. So that was a fucking hell of a match. That's whenever I think of ladder matches, that's always one of the first ones I think of.
Mm-hmm. That was definitely a good one. Jedi Jack says Hogan picking up Andre would never be top. That was definitely a defining moment. It says Hogan is Warrior, Macho Man is Rick. Shu says, I know it's frowned upon, but Eddie and Benoit both walking out Mania champions. That, you know what? It is frowned upon in the wrestling,
Half of it is.
Right. But I agree that at that time it was a good moment. Mm-hmm. Hardy had a crazy ladder. Yo, dude, hell yeah. The ladder match was peak. I agree. For me, I'm gonna say the Mayweather and Big Show fight. I really enjoyed the Mayweather, the Mayweather and Big Show. I loved the whole build up to it. Like I loved how all the like the they were all like
they did the weigh-ins and he stepped on
the fucking it was so good, man. Like I'm a big fan of like it has to be done right. Like if a celebrity is in a match at WrestleMania, it needs to be something like you have to give me a good story. You really have to sell that to me, right? It can't be just somebody like for example, like Sami Zayn versus the Jackass Crew. That was an awesome match. Like I really, because these guys, I mean, they literally do crazy shit to each other.
Yeah.
For them to be in in a match, like doing kind of the same things, just getting their asses kicked the whole entire time was great. But I definitely really enjoyed and remember the Mayweather and Big Show. That fight alone, like that whole thing was fucking awesome. Like, and we growing up as a boxing family, we always loved boxing. I mean, we were never a big Mayweather fan, but it was nice to see like boxing meets wrestling, from
Big Show did so many fucking funky matches like that. He did the sumo wrestler the one year.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like he had another. Did he wrestle Shaquille O'Neal at one point? I think that was on a Monday. I think that was like on a Monday Night Raw though.
Right.
That was at WrestleMania.
I can't remember if they actually wrestled at WrestleMania. I don't think they did. I think they just.
I remember when they used to play Big Show's music, and people were like, "Oh shit, here comes Big Show! It's going to be serious." And then like he kind of like devolved into this punchline, like, "Oh, he's the big guy, so whoever can beat up the big guy is the new top name,"
Right.
Yeah. Is he still wrestling?
No, he was in AEW for like 15 minutes, and they didn't know what to do with him.
There we go.
I think his knees gave out on him. Like you see the guy, like he tries, but like he walks like Kevin Nash now. Like it's not. There's no way you're not getting to the ring on. Like by the time these wrestlers. We talked about it last week. I don't know if you watched the Maven podcast or show Unworthy. Did you ever get a chance to watch the Maven show?
No, I forgot about it until I got so distracted about summoning me back from the dead last week that I forgot I was supposed to watch something.
So, like Chewy, there's a show, Maven. I don't know if you remember who Maven is. He's the first tough enough guy. So he has his own show, YouTube show, and he talks and he like really gets into like detail about like the company and how their time from like the minute they come out to the minute they walk out, their time the entire time. So like if you're having a match against Marty Jannetty, a random fucking name, right? If you're wrestling a wrestler and they'll say, all right, they'll have like a card. They'll say, all right, you guys are wrestling for like 6 minutes, but the 6 minutes are counted from the time you walk out in the ring and then walk in and like in the ring and then walk out. Like the ref kind of tells you, all right, bring it home. So you guys kind of. So thinking about Big Show, like I could imagine like they're like, all right, give him at
20-minute time spot.
Just to give him 20 minutes. It's gonna take him like 10 fucking minutes to get to the ring alone. So
that's probably why most of his matches were squash matches there at the end in WWE. He'd get to the ring and punch him, or they'd pick him up and slam him.
Right. Toyota says WrestleMania Undertaker first appearance. Yes, against Superfly. Yep, that was definitely an awesome WrestleMania. All the moments. You went.
Yeah, that's an odd one. I'll give you that.
Stands
out.
A
little bit weird.
Stands out. But we mentioned Hardy with the Elvira match. Mm-hmm. I think at this point with the Hardys, they're still wrestling. They showed up on TNA.
Right.
It would have been nice if they built that up because I can't imagine that they have.
Why are they not in a WrestleMania? Why are they not in WrestleMania right now? Like
didn't they just do an NXT thing?
Yeah, but
but they there's so much they could have. There's so much they could have done, adding like TNA people. Macho Man versus Steamboat. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For my what is this? My third. Well,
you didn't
one.
let us have. You didn't let us have a second one. You went to
guys
Big Show.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think one of the most iconic street fights is one of my other favorites is Rowdy Piper and Goldust. That street fight was that was a piece of art.
Yes.
And Rowdy Piper's a fucking badass too. So
yeah, it was definitely that. I remember growing up thinking that was like a whole legit, like for real. Like the whole, like, they did the whole chase and they had like the helicopter following the truck and like they arrived at the arena, they were beating the crap out of each other outside, and they moved it. I thought it was all real growing up. So yeah, definitely one of them. Chu says, so the Dudleys want to get the whole TLC crew back for next Mania, one last match. I'd be down to see some shit like that.
I would love that. I would love it for this year because I don't know. Everyone's healthy now.
Right.
Yeah, and like also there's nothing to be excited about this year. Like this is kind of an underwhelming WrestleMania.
I can't have that feeling. You know, when I was thinking even like I love watching CM Punk wrestle, but a 3-way match, triple threat match against Reigns and Seth.
For the love of Paul Heyman, like that's the most compelling story, really.
It's like I know he gets his main event, but what do you get with this main event? What are you wrestling for? Yeah, is it for Paul? Come on, that's very weak shit. Should be like, at least for like a title match or something.
Right.
And how about I feel bad for Jey Uso? Like he won the Royal Rumble. He's supposed to be main event of WrestleMania. He's not the main event. Like what the fuck?
It's a gimmick.
He's not. Yeah, he's literally called main event Jey Uso. How are you not going to have him in the main event? Like, unless they're going to do the Roman and Roman, Seth and Punk match the same night as Cody, but then they're not going to have Cody and Cena not be the main event.
No, you can't.
So like that sucks for Jey Uso. Like that's why I kind of want to see Jey Uso lose. Like we'll get into that part. We'll get into that later, I'm sure.
He says, that part, bro, how do you win the Royal Rumble and no main event? For real. No, I agree. And I have a right. For my third one, I'm gonna say Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. I think that match was fantastic. I always enjoyed. I think the chemistry both of them had in the ring, even like in just regular matches on SmackDown. Like anytime they had like a feud going on, like I always was tuning in. Like Kurt Angle being that Kurt Angle, that aggressive Kurt Angle, and then Brock Lesnar being him. Like that match was fantastic. That's when he did the Swanton Bomb, where he was actually dared
shooting star press.
Yeah, shooting star press, right? He was dared to do that. Like I forget. Maven had mentioned this on his show where
because he'd done it. Like he could do it.
Right.
Like he did it regularly backstage and like in practice, and like that he did not get it that night.
No. And they explained how they could have fixed it in a way, because I guess Angle was the way he was positioned in the ring was like too far. Where he could have did something where he got down, or maybe like he stopped him and then he slammed him, brought him close, and he probably would have landed it. Like he probably would have did the move correctly, or no, he did it correctly, but not like knock himself out. But he was just so far from like where he was supposed to land. So Brock was like, "Fuck it,"
He went for it.
He just went full time. Like, yeah. So definitely that one. Like I said, I've always enjoyed watching Brock and Kurt Angle in any match, and even now, like I mean, I would love to see them have. I mean, it's not realistic. We can't do it. We can't have Brock and anybody do anything right now.
Yeah, so, I always felt like it was an injustice that Kurt Angle spent the majority of the good years he had left at TNA, because like he could have come back and been so big in WWE again, but he had such bad blood with Vince that it was like he wasn't going to come back, and like. I'm a big Kurt Angle fan, so I didn't really care for TNA, but like that's where I had to watch the best of. Like he had a longer, really, if you look at it, he had a longer run in TNA than he had in WWE.
That's true.
Even the two runs in WWE combined, weren't as long as how much time he spent in TNA.
Nope. Any third ones for you guys? Any ones that stick? No.
I just there is a lot of really moments or Edge.
I think I don't remember what year it was, but it was when Edge and Mick Foley had that match, the Hardcore Rules match, when Edge was the rated R superstar and had Lita in his corner and shit. That was a really fucking good match with the thumbtacks and the fucking flaming table. Like that was kind of one of the last good Extreme Rules hardcore matches you've seen at WrestleMania.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. They don't really do as much. Do you like Edge as a face or a heel?
I loved him as a heel. I've always loved Edge as a heel.
I think that's
I don't buy it
with him today.
I was always disappointed that how big of a missed opportunity it was to let that Judgment Day like story with him running it. It should have it should have went down. Like it should have been one of those longer runs rather than them turning. I mean, they did pretty well for that little period of time by themselves, but like when he was running it and he was like the head person, like it just felt right. Like it was I don't know what it was, but like for them to turn on Edge was like the fuck, man. Like this was nice. It was kind of like he was taking a lot of the new guys and kind of like making them like a lot more, you know what I'm saying? Like they were like kind of like being forgotten in a way, like we weren't paying them no attention. And like he was just kind of taking them and making them these big stars because I felt like they was, you know what I'm saying? Like Rhea Ripley was already a big star, and Damian Priest was already a big star. And Finn Balor, of course.
Was he though? Was Damian Priest a big star?
I think he was. In NXT, he was. In NXT, he was building up a lot of things. And honestly, like I think he still has the potential to be a big star. It's just I think the matches and the stuff.
I don't think you can blame it on writing anymore. That's the problem. I think people aren't behind him because he's just not compelling.
Right. He needs.
That's my opinion on it.
I think he's a mid cards. I do. Yeah.
I don't think he's a world title.
Yeah.
A world championship material guy.
He says that time Kevin gave Danny a diamond cutter.
Bang.
He says we didn't start the fire. The table was broken and they burnt. So might anyone remember that? No. Cover that analysis. Good evening, Dan. Jay's supposed to thrust big Poppy King. Here you go, Cobra, for you. Honestly, for me, I agree with you guys. There are a lot of moments, but like I would say for my last one is definitely last year's WrestleMania. That main event was just everything. Like Roman being the big heel that he was, and the guy that was unbeatable, and Cody doing like it was long-term storyline. It was done well. Love that the fans kind of like they wanted to do the Rock and Roman. The fans didn't want that. I love that they listened to the fans and went with that because it worked better at that time. I mean, I wish it would have continued where Roman and The Rock maybe would have faced this WrestleMania. Who knows what the fuck happened there? But like, again, the long storytelling was great. Just like with the bloodline and him being involved in the mix, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, like all that stuff just all in one. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, that's kind of the stuff that I enjoy now, where a lot of those stories kind of like trickle down to a lot of the things now. So it's kind of like spin-off shows, right? Like you got this big old cinematic ending of a movie, but then you have these spin-off shows based off that one story, right? So like all this shit that's happening now revolves around Roman, right? Roman is like that main man. He's like the Thanos of the fucking WWE now. So it's, you know, let's not give him a title anymore.
Do you still feel that way though? I feel like he had that heat up until last WrestleMania. He shows up a lot of times. Big pop. Love to see him. But it's so infrequent and it kind of doesn't mean much along the way. That it's that feeling I get into this WrestleMania. I'm like, why is he here? I'd be more invested if it was CM versus Seth. Straight up.
Right.
For something. Again, I need
Fair enough. I mean, I think he still has that. I think he still has it, but I think he's at this, you know, again, a lot plays into this, like, right, you know, personal health, a lot of things happen,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I could only imagine that maybe he's not trying. I mean, he was out, he had like a different schedule from everybody else, so they were definitely accommodating a lot for him. But I think now he's kind of, and again, look at how much Sami Zayn kind of like blew up. I mean, he was big, but he blew up. How Kevin Owens' story kind of blew up, and you know, Jey Uso going for a world title now, and Jimmy, love seeing Jimmy now. Like, you know, a lot of these things. So he was like kind of allowed others to kind of like blossom from that story. But I think eventually, at the right time, like if they're gonna give Roman the title back, he needs to be a heel. I don't want a babyface tribal chief. I don't need him.
Yeah, I don't want the little bits of babyface that we're getting of him now. But it's not really that they're treating him like a babyface. It's just that's the fans' reactions. Like he's not going out there and doing babyface shit. He's going out there and he's doing the same stuff. It's just people are loving him right now.
Right.
Well, hopefully we do see that. I think he recently said he only after his current contract is up, he'd only give it like 1 or 2 more years after.
Right.
So if we do want to see Rock versus Roman, better get to it and
like
have Rock show up. Stop filming Moana.
Yeah, I think Rock must have fucking because they were gonna push it for Rock and Roman this year, and then Rock was like, I can't do it, the schedule, so they dropped it and changed all the plans, and then it's almost like he told them, I'm gonna be able to get involved in WrestleMania again, and that's when they did the fucking shit at Elimination Chamber with John Cena, and then he was again. It seems like he was like, oh, never mind, can't do it. It's like. He's left them fumbling the bag several times now. Like, I wouldn't want to fucking write The Rock into anything. I can't stand the
guy. Shu says, I read earlier that he's finishing this contract in maybe 1 or 2 more years. Then he wants to do less physical. What is less physical? Like, as a wrestler, what are you going to do? Are you going to manage? Are you going to be a commentator?
Probably just less. I would say probably less matches in a year.
Yeah.
Right.
Full Rock schedule.
Full Rock schedule, right?
Shows up twice a year, causes some shit, leaves.
Yeah,
I have so much. Well, you know what though? Fuck it. Let's just get into it. So we're gonna definitely give our predictions tonight of what WrestleMania. I hope
he says. You heard it here. He said, "Fuck it, let's do it."
So I have a lot of theories on a lot of things that may happen. So we're just gonna go through down the matches and give our predictions. So starting with Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Who do you guys think is going to win this fight? And how?
We should probably keep track of what we say. We were going to do that last year. And we didn't.
That's true. This might be recorded, though.
That's true. I didn't think of that.
And again, this is for nothing, right? It's just a grudge match.
Yeah.
That's soft score story. I agree
with you, highly plausible.
All right, so what do you think?
I'm going Logan Paul.
Okay, you're going Logan Paul.
Yeah, I'm saying Logan too because I don't think AJ needs it. I don't think AJ needs the win. I think it's going to be a great match, though. I think this is going to be one of the better matches of both nights.
Right.
Yeah, I expect a lot of aerial stuff.
Right. I think it's definitely going to be an entertainment, but I'm going to go with the opposite. I'm rooting for AJ Styles. I need AJ Styles to get a win at WrestleMania because then we could start talking about possibly getting him either an Intercontinental title match or hopefully down the line, maybe a World Heavyweight title match or, hey, WWE. I would love to see it.
Listen, I'd love to see it, but I don't see AJ getting another main title run.
Oh, man, he needs to. He needs to at least have it one more time before he calls it quits. This is AJ Styles. But I agree, the match is definitely going to be awesome. Logan Paul knows how to definitely put on an awesome show. So I'm very, very much excited for that match.
And he's a face now, right? Like last time I saw him last year, he was a heel.
It says AJ will carry Paul.
Yeah, AJ's a face this year.
Yeah,
AJ. Well, he was coming back and going to do a heel run, but then he got injured. Oh, you're sorry you had to. Sorry you stayed so long, KJ. If we knew how to keep you away, you wouldn't.
He wants to hear about toys. He wants us to talk about toys. All right, next match. Damian Priest versus McIntyre.
Oh god.
What is this fucking pose Damian Priest is in? What is this? Nobody believes this tough guy pose. Nobody. Now listen, do I think he's a tough guy? Yeah, if him and I fought, he'd probably kick my ass, sure. But he's not a tough guy like most of these other. He's not a tough guy like Drew McIntyre is a tough guy. Come on.
I think Drew needs this win. I think he needs to be.
Yeah, I definitely want Drew to win this one. It's not a match that I'm looking forward to, but I am rooting for Drew. I need Drew. Drew lost last WrestleMania. He needs to win this WrestleMania.
I feel like
he's got a very bad. He's really not won much at WrestleMania since he beat Brock Lesnar when nobody was there.
Yeah, I'm going with McIntyre all the way. I think again he lost last year, and he's another that I feel like he's due for a title run. He's due as a heel. He needs a World Heavyweight title or even WWE. He needs to have that.
Yeah,
title.
I agree.
So
I think he should be the one to take it off of fucking Cena when Cena retires.
Okay. All right, next one. It's a very anticipated one. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. And no, KJ, we're not talking about El Tu Pequeño Salchicha. We're talking about El Grande Americano here. So who do you guys have winning this?
Oh, man, listen, I'll start this one off. I love Rey Mysterio. He is the GOAT of luchadors. But I am so glad to see El Grande Americano finally coming to America and finally getting to flex his skills in the big leagues on the grandest stage of them all. I'm very excited about this one. And, you know, I got to say, the GOAT is going to get smashed by El Grande Americano, and he's going to be saying, gracias!
I'm going to support your theory.
He said this should have been a mass versus mass match. He says,
"Oh, that would have been better." No, shoot me. That would have been way better. Yeah.
He says, "El Grande Americano for your sucio culo." Nice. It would have been funnier if you'd have spelled sucio wrong, you pendejo.
You fucking idiot.
That boy's from Massachusetts.
He sure is.
Wow, man. All right. I'm going for El Grande Americano. I feel like this is going to be a good fight.
I think so,
it's definitely going to be an entertaining fight. Chad Gable knows how to perform, and then Rey Mysterio.
Well, what do you got? What are you talking about Chad Gable for?
I'm sorry. El Grande Americano is going to win this fight. I'm going for El Grande Americano. All right, next match.
When I first saw the guy's mask and it says American Made, I thought it read American Dave. I was like, that's his name?
Oh, man.
Like, holy crap, they're not trying.
They really missed the ball with that. That would have been a good name. Maybe that'll be our wrestling name next year for RowdyMania 26. American Dave.
All right, next match. The War Raiders versus the New Day. I don't know, man. The New Day is not selling me this heel thing. I don't want the War. Honestly, I really don't want the War Raiders to lose this match. They're not selling this. They were heels before, but they were like the funny heels. Where like they were just still like doing the New Day stuff, but they were bad, and I was okay with that. But now they're like, oh, we're serious. You know, you're gonna thank God for the New Day. No, like you guys are not selling any of this shit for me. Like. I'm not for them winning the titles. I mean, I think the War Raiders should definitely keep the titles at WrestleMania.
I'm gonna go the opposite and hope that they turn it back to what they were doing before and give it to the New Day.
Okay.
But overall, I don't see how this match made it to WrestleMania. This is another one.
Yes, this should have been the main event of Monday Night Raw this week.
Yeah.
He said, "We know you're going for the El Grande Americano, Danny. But who do you want to win, puto?" I want that El Grande.
I gotta say, I don't really give a shit about who wins this one. I like both teams. I don't really care too much one way or the other of who wins.
Right.
Do you think Biggie is gonna show up?
You know what? That's a possibility.
If he does,
if he shows up, like, which way do you want him to go? Do you want him to be bad, or do you want him to be bad and join the New Day, or do you want him to be like standing against the New Day?
Depends if he can wrestle. If he can wrestle going forward, face, and he, takes them on.
Now that you said that, I would love for him to come back as a heel with the New Day. Like, that was the point.
Yeah.
So 3 of them be just fucking monster heels. That would be cool. I would like that.
I would be cool.
But if he can wrestle, though, I think it'd be better if they were rivals against each other. If he can't wrestle and he has to do like some physicality, but he's really the manager, heel.
Right. All right.
I don't know. I don't think we've seen a heel run from him since he was with Ziggler when he first debuted. I don't know.
I mean, would he even sell?
Right.
Even sell as a big? Like, I don't know. I don't
even know if he could sell as a heel manager. I don't even know if he could do that.
Shu says, I think you bring E back on Raw after the kick them both on nuts. Right.
No, that can be WrestleMania because I need this match to be reasonably in WrestleMania.
Right.
It has to justify it.
Like, so far in my mind, like, this could have been one night. Right. Like, we started tossing these matches that didn't need to be there.
Yeah, one night starting at fucking 1 o'clock. It's like having Sunday Night Heat before WrestleMania. There you go.
Yeah.
I hope I have all the matches here. I feel like I'm missing some, but we'll just let me know if I am. All right, next match. We have the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title. We got Braun Breaker, we got Finn Balor, Penta, and we got Mr.
About this match.
Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom.
I'm gonna tell you, Finn Balor is gonna be so fucking mad when Dominic Mysterio pins him to win this fucking match.
Thank you for saying that, because that's who my pick is. Please say what you want about the kid. I think the kid has been working.
He's done great this year.
He's done great this year. He's been with the run with Rhea, the run with Liv, the run with the New Day,
and he's been the joke in the punching bag for a while. So it's time for him to get a little, reward.
Or even if they let Finn win this title and let Dominic beat him for the title, because there's this thing now where he feels like he can't do it. He's the jobber of the fucking crew. Nobody takes him seriously. So it's I would love to see Dominic Mysterio. I said, I wanted him to have a singles titles run. I mean, he had the North American title, but to have the Intercontinental title, it's just, I'm telling you, give him a couple of years, a step closer, man. He performs well, and I enjoy him. But yeah, I think I'm with him worthy. I would love to see Dominic Mysterio pin Finn Balor.
I think definitely we're gonna see somebody. One of the other three are going to win. It's not going to be Braun Breaker, because I think they want to put Braun Breaker in more main event stories, and I think he's going to be great in main event stories.
Right.
But so they're going to need him to drop the title, but they don't want him to look weak, so they don't want him to get pinned, and that's what they usually do in this situation with the champion. They want to move up. They got to lose the title in a where they're not part of the decisions. So I think you're going to see one of the other three win. That for sure. You're just going to see Braun Breaker just kind of wander off, and he's not the next night on Monday night. He's not going to come out and have anything to do with that Intercontinental title picture again, and he's going to be involved somehow moving up with main event matches.
Do you think this is the end of Judgment Day, or do you think it'll just go through another permutation and just keep going?
I think the Judgment Day died when Damian Priest left them. I think it died when Edge left. I personally think it died when Edge left.
When Rhea and Damian left, and with the Liv stuff, it's just kind of been a shitty little fucking drama TV show we're watching. Who cares? Carlito's only there to look stupid and get stuffed with a fucking massive spear by Braun Breaker.
Hell of a good spear, though.
That was an impressive spear. That guy has got some skills.
You almost got worried, Braun. Did you just break your neck?
Did you see Carlito tweeted the next day? He's like, "Thank you, everybody. I did die. My funeral is this coming weekend. My family appreciates the privacy."
I agree with you guys. I think Dom pins Finn. But I also think this is the end of this version of Finn.
Yeah,
and then we get something better. I don't know what this version has been.
Let's get Demon. Let's get the Demon back. Let's get it.
And I feel like they were gonna do something with him after the Damian thing. I feel like they had a whole other direction planned for him. But then Royal Rumble, because he come out at Royal Rumble to no pop, nobody knew he was gonna be there. He had different music than he usually does. Nobody knew it was fucking him. So I think he kind of got rushed back into something here.
Yeah,
and they're just kind of trying to fill out match spaces or something. I don't really know.
And I gotta say, if you pop that image back up,
yeah,
it's a very fucking weird image of Finn. It's like he's pointing to his nipples. I cannot look at this.
You want to tweak these, do you?
He says we need the Prince back. I agree.
And, I also feel kind of bad for Penta in this situation too, because I really like Penta, and I wish he would get it. I hope he gets a title run of some sort soon, or at least be in some sort of title match, actual legitimate chase. But he's not really even considered, I would think, to win, unless it's only going to serve the Judgment Day dissolving further. If he could win the match to propel that story,
Yeah.
You know, like maybe Finn hits a coup de grace on Penta and goes to pin him, and Dom breaks it up, and there's like a little kerfuffle between Finn and Damien, or Finn and Dom, and then Penta rolls up Finn for the win.
Right.
Like that's the only way I could see. But that's kind of a shitty way to write off a championship for Braun Breaker.
That's true.
So.
Yeah.
I think it's appropriate to have Dom pin Finn. I think with that could build into something rather than Penta getting pinned or Braun getting pinned. I'd rather see that. So we'll see, man. I'm rooting for Dirty Dom.
Yeah, Dom's got my vote.
Next match is a very I'm very interested to see. I don't know if it'll be a great match, but I am looking forward to it, and that's Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the women's championship.
It's Regina George versus Cher.
Yeah, that's pretty good. This is actually one of the ones I think that they built up properly.
Right, I agree.
Yeah, this has been very compelling. I tell you, when she dropped that fucking line about divorces, oh man.
Yeah.
That was the coldest shit. I was like, oh, she went there.
Yeah, she sure enough did.
I'm gonna say Tiffany retains.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Charlotte don't need it.
No, she does not.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm definitely not going for Charlotte as well. I'm going for Tiffany, definitely. I don't know. Charlotte just rubs me
I don't like Charlotte at all.
If she rubbed me, would it be the wrong? No, I think she just.
I wouldn't want her to rub me. I don't feel like she could rub me a good way. I mean, I'm willing to let her try it out, but I don't think there's a way that I'll enjoy it too much.
Yeah, I'm definitely going for Tiffany on that match. I'm not looking forward to the match. I don't think it'll be a great match, but it'll be nice to see if they kind of go off script and it goes.
I think it'll be a good direction. I think Tiffany can carry most of these matches.
Yeah, right. My concern is if Triple H has Charlotte win, what would be what is the point in having her win? I don't know. I think of how many ways they could fuck up the story writing with all of this shit. Right. I don't want to be negative, but it's possible. Well, I mean, Triple H isn't immortal, or he's not, he can't win all the time.
Honestly, what would be cool if Charlotte Flair is about to win this match and Becky Lynch returns and costs her the match.
No, I wouldn't even want that.
That would be
that cheapens it for Tiffany. That cheapens the win for
Tiffany. I just think they both have this rivalry that's still brewing, and I know eventually she's gonna come back, so it'll be nice to have those two and kind of just let Tiffany keep the title. I don't know.
If it wasn't Charlotte, who would you have wanted Tiffany to fight to wrestle at WrestleMania?
Rhea Ripley.
What's the name? Not Zoe. What's the chick's name from TNA? What's her name?
Oh, Roxanne Perez.
Jordan Grace.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Jordan Grace.
Got very healthy legs. Very healthy legs.
Jordan Grace would have been great to fight Tiffany. All right, so next one is one of Unworthies. I know you're probably looking forward to this one. Is the triple threat for the Women's World Championship. It is Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I am looking forward to it, but I don't know. I feel like the build to this has really interfered with the Jade Cargill thing, and that's kind of interfered with this, and Io kind of feels like a afterthought. It's not very good story build for this triple threat.
Agreed.
And I think Io Sky probably deserves to retain.
Okay.
I mean, she's only had it for 3 weeks, so yeah.
Right, and there had to be more of a reason for her to win it than to just drop it right back at Mania. There's got to be some sort of storytelling element going on that I'm too high to understand or something, because this has just not made much sense to me. I think Io needs to win.
It feels like a match they just need to use the star. They need to use some star power in there, and then all right, let's just have these three.
Right. Yeah. This is going to be an interesting match alone, just because of who's in it. He says, "Yo, Kevin, all remembers the cross, UG. Not your eyes."
What?
All right.
Okay, Cobra.
Says, "I would love to see these three in the ring with two Barbies before." Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I want to see Tiffy and Rhea. Like, I want to see that match so bad.
That would be a better match. Yeah.
Those two would tear it down.
I'm going with Rhea Ripley. She's gonna get her title back in this. She's gonna win it back.
I feel like they're pushing Bianca. So
they're
regardless of the story,
they are pushing. I just don't think right now out of those three, I think Rhea Ripley is the one that needs to carry that title for a little bit. She's the one with the most she's the one with the pop, right?
I feel like
she's definitely, she makes the front of my pants.
I love when I say pop, like when I said pop, like his eyes he did one of these.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a popping sensation.
I feel like Rhea has to earn her way back. I feel like.
Is there anyone else like Rhea more when she doesn't have the title? I actually love her when she has the title. I like her when she has the title.
I like it when she's just feuding and it's not for the sake of a title, is what I like. I feel like she's more of a badass, in those moments.
Alrighty. All right.
Not the formulaic, I'm the champion and I'm going to beat you up because you're the challenger. Like, that's that's not compelling.
Yeah.
All right. Next matches are obviously the ones that a lot of people are looking for. I mean, they're kind of the main events. Starting with what was supposed to be the main event, one of the main events of night one. It's Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah. So I started in on this a little bit earlier, and I think since Jey Uso is being screwed out of his main event spot here, I think this match should be a crushing defeat by Gunther. I think Gunther should just dog walk Jey Uso around the building, and not because I don't like Jey Uso, because I love Jey Uso. But what I'm sick of is this happy-go-lucky yeeting on the fucking on the desk with Pat McAfee and dapping up Michael Cole. I'm sick and tired of happy-go-lucky main event Jey Uso. I want to see that nasty, hungry dog didn't trust Sami Zayn, fucking wouldn't turn his back to Sami Zayn. That main event Jey Uso. We need that one back. So I think Gunther needs to chop the ever-loving shit out of my boy and send him home without the title.
Chewy?
I wouldn't want that because it feels like such a waste of Jey Uso this year from winning the Royal Rumble and being put in this position. Having that freaking name is probably the biggest issue here. I feel like he needs to win it. I don't know. I just don't like the matchup.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not interesting to me.
Right.
But I do want Jey Uso to win. I think he will walk away with it.
Really, I think the thing that they're really wasting here is the Royal Rumble itself. Like, why'd they even have the Royal Rumble? Like, what was the point? Because the main event, the men's winner, the main event he's not even in the main event. So why didn't you just have, if that was going to be your case, why didn't you just have a better storyline for a Royal Rumble winner?
That's true. Don't you feel like, in hindsight, don't you think it would? No, clearly it could have been better if Cena just won it.
Right.
So automatically goes there. But even last year, when there was a conversation about whether or not Cody should go after Seth's title or go after Roman, like it's kind of clear that the Universal title is more prestigious. Go after that. So it's almost like they waste that like drama to be like, oh, which way would you go? And in this case, kind of does feel like Jay picked feels like the lesser of the title. Right. He's already tried to fight for this title.
Yeah, Gunther's already beat him a few times. He could probably hang with Cody, so why wouldn't he challenge Cody?
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Gunther, and it's only because I sense like something crazy is gonna happen, because there's always something that just happens that you least expect. So I feel like Gunther will win this match. And it'll disappoint the shit out of a lot of people, but it's part of a bigger process, something bigger to happen. So I'm gonna say Gunther's gonna win. Now, if Jay wins and I'm wrong, fine, whatever. I don't give a shit. I hope he wins.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't win, if he doesn't win the match, please let it be for a reason. And which brings me to my next match, the triple threat match: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. Who takes this match? Who wins? For the love of Paul Heyman. Who takes this match right here?
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I mean, I already know who you're gonna say, Danny, and I feel like you probably already think you know who I'm gonna say.
You think you know who I'm gonna say. You think
I think I know who you're gonna say.
Who do you think I'm gonna say?
You probably think you know what I think I'm gonna say, or whatever.
I'm probably gonna say something either close to what you're gonna say, or
all right. Let's go on 3. We'll say it at the same time.
1
or 1, 2. Seth Rollins. You didn't do it at the same time.
Seth Rollins. I feel like Seth Rollins is gonna. I feel like Paul Heyman is gonna turn on Roman officially, and he's gonna turn on CM Punk because it makes sense. That whole spiel with him,
double swerve him.
I think that whole spiel with him saying what's best for business, that he needs to be the face of the business, how big, how much more of a betrayal. Not only just losing your wise man, but losing your wise man to the man who broke the shield, who destroyed the shield. And not only that, how big of a turn would it be? This is CM Punk's best friend, right? This is his buddy. For him to turn on his worst enemies, give it to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins needs to have the wise man on his side. He needs to be heel Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman. And the thing is that he's so good on the mic. He sells that villain so well. But to have Paul Heyman kind of do that push, man, what a double whammy.
And that kind of, if you think about just when they were together in the ring, what was it, last Monday or the Monday before, when Seth was kind of roughing him up, Paul didn't flinch at all, wasn't worried about Seth hurting him. Usually anybody gets in the ring and Paul's like, oh, Jesus, hiding. Think when McIntyre was in the ring with him, he was in the corner scared. He didn't act scared at all when Seth came in.
I agree with you. I think Seth takes it and he goes full heel. I didn't see the Paul Heyman swerve, but I like that. I don't think CM needs this. I think he's in a position to let bosses, tack on.
I think that would drive. I think it would be such a. It would add so much more to the story of Seth and CM Punk, but even more to the story with Roman and Seth Rollins, right? Because again, this is the wise man, right? And the wise man turns on the tribal chief with the man who broke the shield, who basically is the reason why he was the tribal chief. He was the reason why he became who he was, right?
Yeah.
Damn, that's good writing. You should probably hang out with Triple H.
I like that a lot.
It makes sense.
You wrote so well. If that doesn't happen, this is gonna be a.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed if it doesn't happen. I'm gonna be pissed.
CM
honestly,
Punk walking.
I love Punk. I love Punk, and I love Roman. But I feel like Seth Rollins lost to CM Punk, and that favor, it's you could kind of see it. In a way, you could kind of see it. You owe me a favor now, and he's it's gonna happen. I think it should happen, and it's just such a good. I'm telling you,
it builds.
And you know what? Paul did say how he was. Paul did say how he was kind of annoyed with people treating him like a face ever since the Solo and then beat him up. They were, or really since since Roman lost, Paul has been a sympathetic character, and he did say how he was tired of people treating him like a face.
So my thing is that I think with Seth, even with that promo he said, I think with him being the face of WWE and kind of having that over, I feel like I feel like it extends so much more. hence the reason why, like, all respect to Jey Uso, because he did deserve that main event spot. I guess it kind of makes me think like I could see why you made it in main event, because this is the kind of story people are going to be like, this is what people want to see. People want to see that turn.
I want to see it now.
So it's a very it's one of those matches where, like, if you don't give a shit about it, that's okay. But like, if you really like look into it and think about it, just think of the scenarios. Again, WWE's been doing really well with long-term storytelling, and I think this comes full circle, and it adds to just more great stories. So I think Seth Rollins wins, and the wise man turns on CM Punk and Roman, and he sides with Seth
that
Rollins.
would be great. I hope that's how it happens now.
Yeah, seriously, if that doesn't happen, it's your fault, Danny.
Art, what's going on? How much more where these balls glow?
What's up, Art?
Did we miss Night versus 5? Oh yeah, we did. We definitely missed. Yeah, I definitely did. Thank you, because I knew I was missing something. Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. Oh, right here, I got it. Boom. Oh, that's not it. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. So yeah, so Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight. I'm sorry, guys. I know I was missing something. I automatically gonna say give it to Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu has been killing it. LA Knight is great. He's been doing fantastic. But if he's gonna lose it to somebody, lose it to Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu needs to part ways with Solo and Tonga. He needs to go on his own. He needs to be the Samoan werewolf with the title, and like it kind of just gonna propel him even more to just winning different titles in the future.
I don't even think, because the other option would be like having him, having Solo cost him the match, and like sort of them splitting off and having a feud. Like you can do that without the U.S. title, but I think that'd be a waste. I don't think it's necessary. I think you just have Fatu win and start feuding with Solo. You don't need to build it up without the title. I think you could put the title on him, and I love mean, nasty werewolf Fatu. So
yeah,
I want to see him win and start feuding with Solo.
Absolutely, I agree.
Going back to the Seth Roman CM match, do you think The Rock gets involved somehow?
Which brings me to my next match.
Okay, never mind.
Brings me to my next match. The next match is obviously the main event for night 2. It is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
You could have at least got one with John Cena in the picture. We can see him now. You could have used a better picture.
Yeah. It's the only one that would fit here. But honestly, like, I feel I have two theories on this match. And again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm just thinking a little. I feel like Cena will win. If Cena doesn't win, either way, if Cena wins or Cody wins, somewhere along it's WrestleMania. The Rock is no way in hell not missing WrestleMania. He's gonna show up at WrestleMania.
I don't know. Sure as hell seems like he's gonna.
He's gonna show. I feel like he's gonna show up. I have a theory that maybe if Jey Uso loses to Gunther, he's The Rock's champion. He's in some way or form, this is where he ends up becoming champion, and not for the reasons that everybody thinks he wins. So if you want Crash Out Jey Uso, Mr. Yeet, this is where you'll get it. If that doesn't work, then Seth Rollins wins the WWE title with Paul Heyman and The Rock. I'm going with them
happening at WrestleMania.
In this WrestleMania, I feel like that main event in match 1 is gonna trickle down to the main event in match 2.
So wait a minute.
So you're saying I feel
the title the next night.
I feel that because again, he's the final boss. His character is the character that could do whatever the fuck he wants. He could do whatever he wants. Why give the title to somebody who apparently wants to go, right? People think, okay, Cena is going to get his 17th title, right? Right, 17? He's going to get his 17th title. Or maybe Cody will win. Don't know what's going to happen. Either way, I feel like
we really need a sound clip for a conspiracy theory.
I was like, I feel like, honestly, I'm just thinking a little, and maybe I'm wrong. I just watch a lot of like theories on these things, and they make a lot of sense. And I wish I could explain. But I feel like and again, I don't want to I can't say how, but I have a feeling like the main event that was supposed to be the main event, Gunther and Jey Uso, something about that main event will trickle down to the main event for Cody and Cena. And if that doesn't work, the main event with the triple threat is going to trickle into the main event for Cena and Rome and Cody. Something's going to happen where nor Cody nor Cena are going to have that title. I'm just saying.
So, okay. So let me see if I'm understanding this right. You think Cena and Cody, that match is going to happen? There's going to be a winner. And then after that match is over, Rock is going to come out and say, like, hey, there is another match.
Or he might come out
Royal
before.
Rumble winner hasn't had his main event match.
Or he might come out.
Comes out.
Or he might add an additional person into that match. He might feel that maybe Cena's not doing what he's supposed to do to win that match and add somebody. I'm not leaving Randy Orton out of the works here. I'm not leaving Randy out. And I've been saying this for the longest. Cody Rhodes' biggest feud is going to be Randy Orton. That's going to be his biggest feud because I was his mentor. That's going to be his biggest feud. That's going to be the one that's going to it's going to probably be even bigger than him and Roman and him and The Rock.
Is it also because they almost have the same finisher?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like, honestly, I can't pinpoint
the Cody Cutter. He stole
but
that from DDP though.
I feel like there's so much more to this selling your soul thing and being my champion and what's best for business and people want to be the face. And right now that a lot of the people that we think are the baby faces of the big stars are like Seth Rollins is one for me. He's like that key guy, but I feel like there's more people in the mix. I'm just not ignoring Jey Uso and I'm not ignoring Randy Orton.
If Jey Uso turns heel, that's going to be dramatic.
Imagine. Listen to this, and it sounds crazy. Imagine losing to Gunther. He loses his main event at He loses his title match at WrestleMania. He doesn't beat Gunther. Imagine that. But then somehow he gets added because The Rock wants him. He's part of his family. He wants him. He never became a tribal chief. He wants him to be his champion.
I don't know.
Roman is taking a break. Roman is taking a break.
Paul Heyman double swerve, but
I listen, and I'm not saying exactly that's what will happen. I'm just saying that I feel that something along the lines of that main event and that triple threat main event is going to trickle down into the main event with Cody.
Okay, let's build off that story then. All right, Jey loses. He loses clean. And then
so does Orton have a surprise opponent? It might be Cody. It might be Cody Rhodes. I don't know. Or Cena. Everybody wants to see another Cena and Orton. There you go.
Okay, hey, zip it over there. Chewy's saying something.
I think if that's the case, Jey loses clean. Rock interferes with the triple threat match with Roman and turns on Roman too.
Yes.
I think that would make a lot of sense for why he wouldn't just try to put Roman back in the title championship match. And I like that. But I do think Cena's walking away. Well, are we talking about main event now? Or are we there?
Yeah. Can we have Cena our spot now?
Go ahead. No, absolutely. Go ahead. Absolutely. That was my theory. You could have had your time any other time. You should have just went. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Worley.
Look how saucy he's getting over here. Look at Fluster. He's chewing his nails, all angry. He's mad over here. Woo-wee. No, I think Cena wins. I think Cena holds the title. I think Cena retires with the title. I think that is what is good for business.
No, I don't think.
I think it would jumpstart.
Right.
I mean, think about. Hold on. Now
we're gonna mute you now. Let Chewy talk.
No, you had your conspiracy.
Chewy, go ahead. That was the stupidest thing. Go ahead. You just wasted
your conspiracy theory. You had your conspiracy theory. Now here's mine. What is best for business? Think about how the disarray this would put the company in if he retires with the belt. Now we don't have our main belt. What do they do? They got it. It's almost like restarting the fucking brand. And Triple H is
return to the other belt that they've been trying to build up for 2 years.
Chewy, what do you think is gonna happen, man?
I think Cena wins, lots of interference.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I don't think that he retires with the belt. I think he goes on to feud with CM Punk for the next few months.
Right.
And then eventually, I think he has to, I don't like the idea of him walking away from the title, so I think he loses somehow at the end. Turns back around to face and then exits.
Or maybe he don't retire with it, but I think he goes all the way from pillar to post with it. I think he goes all the way as champion until his very last show when he's going to retire, and that's when he loses the title. Maybe that.
Okay, fine. We're in agreement again. That can happen. The other version doesn't happen. I don't approve of it.
Right. I don't know, man. I'm hoping that if there's I'm leaning towards that triple threat. I feel like something within that triple threat is gonna transpire. It's gonna trickle down to that main event. I don't know. I've been surprised a lot. So
I mean, that'd be really interesting if
I mean, again, there's so much that, again, AAA says it all the time. Like, people put up their theories and stuff like that. It's like, what you think you know, you really don't know. Like, I in a million years would have never thought that Jey Uso was gonna. I really thought John Cena was gonna win the Royal Rumble. I really thought he would. I didn't think ever in a million years that they would allow that to happen. And when they did, I was like, good for you that you would be that bold to do it. So I don't know. It's just so much you could do. And again, this is a lot of like storytelling, like long-term storytelling that kind of like fits. And you could do so much. Again, a lot of things could change. We were supposed to have Rock and Roman, and no, we kept it the same way. So what did we do? We did 2 matches. We did Roman and The Rock versus Seth, and but then look at all the stuff that happened the last night, right? Like, they gotta like fuck you up the first night to like really give you the finale in the end. They got to give you like something big in the end. So that's why I'm looking. I'm hopeful that something big happens. I just hope that has to do with those 2 matches. Either that match with Jay or that match with Seth. Like, I need something.
Well,
something
now I really want to see The Rock,
but then Orton too,
Seth into the main event, and then it's Cody versus the 2 guys that helped him get the championship in the first place last year. To what you were saying about building up the story,
right? Mm-hmm. But then I don't want to like kind of Orton. I'm not counting Orton now at all. And I know I mentioned Aleister Black. I don't think he's in the mix of any of this. Like, I don't think they're not going to add him to anything of this yet.
No, I think he meant like for a match for Orton. Like, if Orton was supposed to have like a random match with somebody.
Oh, with Aleister, yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, that would be acceptable. I mean, there is rumored that he's coming back, so
it feels very random though.
Would you let Aleister Black beat Randy Orton though?
No, see, that's where it'd be tough, because you'd want him to come back into a match where he's going to win. Like, you think about Cody's return. If he had come back and won, or if he had come back at that WrestleMania against Seth and lost, would anybody have given a fuck about Cody's return run afterwards? So, like, similar, but like mid-card level for Aleister Black. Like, if he comes back to a big return at WrestleMania, you don't want to see him lose. Right. But you also don't want to see him beat Randy Orton.
Right. I don't know, man. I'm very, very much, he says, shoot, that whatever was gold, he says. In Paul we trust. All right, let's see, man. I'm excited. Again, 2 nights. I'm super pumped for it. I hope. I'm not sure, like, how confident are you guys with your predictions of like the match. I'm pretty confident with some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
But yeah, some of them, yeah.
In my house, we bet at our house for our home championship. Like, we have, we do the match card out, and we each make our guesses who's going to win. And then if we have a tie, then we roll the dice and whatever. And so I get very serious about my predictions. Like, I watch a ton of like prediction videos and shit like that, like, just to get myself prepped for the week. So I'm confident in my selections.
Oh, damn. I'm taking most of my, I've been only watching clips off of like TikTok of like match results.
There's this one guy, WrestleMania. I think it's WrestleMania is what his YouTube is, and he does like a lot of prediction shit, and he's right a lot of the time. So I watch his videos.
Some of the matches that that I don't really have interest in. I don't know who's going to win. Like Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. It could go either way. Or the triple threat for the women's title. Any one of them could walk away.
Right.
So it's a great channel. All right. Well, guys, this Saturday and Sunday. Super excited. So let's see what happens, man. I'm looking forward to some surprises. I'm looking forward to the Hall of Fame. Can't wait to see Triple H get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And also Lex Luger. Like, I'm happy to see Lex Luger being inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's gonna be pretty awesome. All right.
Yes,
so
and if you're looking for some alternative wrestling other than WWE, you can tune into the Hoodcast AF YouTube channel Saturday and Sunday, where there'll be Hoodmania 25, lots of matches, giveaways, lots of prizes to give away. Diggs Figs will probably win them all.
There you
go. Night 2, Sunday, I will be co-hosting. I'll be emceeing part of the event with the fellas. So tune in and get a chance to win some awesome stuff. They got Undertaker and Mankind comic books that are autographed, Hoodcast merch, action figures, all kinds of good stuff. I think Tony said Latin Legions was donating a giveaway, or somebody was donating stuff for the giveaways too. So
super exciting. Can't wait to see who is victorious.
Yeah, we're in one of the matches, I guess.
Yeah, we're in one of the matches. So the Rowdy Boys are in there. And I'm also co-hosting that Sunday.
So you are? Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be there.
Going to be there now.
Oh, I'm glad you guys talk to each other.
Yeah. We'll tell each other anything. But yeah, definitely going to be there for this. I'm super excited for it. Again, awesome event that Hoodcast had put together last year. We had the obscene honor to call one of the matches live on our show, so it's going to be nice to see what happens this time. And also too, like Unworthy said, bunch of prizes, so tune in on April 19th and the 20th, 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and it's on YouTube.
Yeah, please please pop in, at least drop a like. Fallen keeps making a joke that there's only going to be 5 people watching, and I bet we could get it to like 12 if we try hard enough. So let's try to get everybody over there to pop in and say hello.
Right. So just a quick thing, I don't want to miss this. So every week we do the hashtag AWA Weekly Fix. And what is that? Basically, we take accounts from the community, whether cosplaying, dial making, whatever is your hobby, whatever makes you happy, we would like to showcase it. And it's very simple. All you need to do is take a photo or record a video of you creating something, creating music, whatever it is, and use the hashtag AWA_Weekly Fix, and we'll showcase your page on the show on Thursday. So starting with Jay Fernandez _1980, amazing account, awesome account. I actually picked a lot of wrestling theme pages, a lot of people that are part of the wrestling collaboration. So I know Jay Fernandez _1980, he does amazing photos. He's not just wrestling, but other photos as well. But great wrestling photos. Fantastic stuff. Like, I love the setups and a lot of the entrance, the poses and stuff he does. So I wanted definitely to shout him out tonight. Next I have is WCW_mini_nitro. Love this account. I love the throwbacks of the Nitro and WCW setups. I love how he pays homage to the old school stuff, like the old WCW that we grew up loving. So, definitely shout out to his account. Check his page out. Again, love his backgrounds, love his setup. Great big collection of wrestlers, and he's a fantastic photographer. So I'm happy that I was able to showcase him as well. Next we have Universal_toy figures. Another awesome photographer. Awesome, great photos. Again, just a variety of photos, but again, also great wrestling photos. So another account that I wanted to showcase, and this person is from I don't know what this flag is.
Wherever that flag is.
He's from a different country, and I love, but listen, wherever you're from, we love to showcase.
Wherever the gray and white flag is from.
Yes,
that's probably not gray.
Teach us.
What color is that?
That's white.
Well, we love to
white? Well, I know where the white flag's from. It's surrender. That's coming from being married. I wave the white flag all the time.
All right, it's oh no, Indonesia. I think
Indonesia.
it's Indonesia.
Okay, Indonesia. All right. Well, hey, shout out to this toy photographer for Indonesia who's doing amazing work. So we love to showcase people from different places, and we got a variety of people from all over the world who do toy photography. So shout out to that. Shout out to Universal Toy Figures. And then last but not least, I have man_beast_2010, another great account. Some amazing photos, fantastic photos. Super happy to showcase them on tonight. I know he hit me up earlier. He's very honored that we were able to showcase them on tonight. And again, well deserved, and for everybody as well. I'm happy that, again, awesome photos, awesome setups. I love one of the things that I love about each and every one of the accounts that I love. I've always said I love people when it shows that people are having fun taking photos, right? And sometimes we forget that, right? Like we kind of get a little too serious on what we're doing, but it's not always about that. It's always about having fun, not just collecting, but like having fun with the toys and just doing great photos, right? And just loving them. So each and every one of these accounts, they all show that, right? And a lot of them are part of the wrestling collaboration. So if you want to collab with them, feel free. If you're a wrestling fan, you take wrestling photos. These are perfect people. There are plenty of other people. Shout out to Realm of Toys, and shout out to Pat the Collector. Awesome, great wrestling photographers as well. So shout them out. And congratulations to all our weekly fix. Unworthy, do you have anybody you want to showcase?
I do, real quick. I wanted to share these guys last week while I had the actual product in hand, but they're since gone. This company was at our local Maple Festival a couple weeks ago. Tommy Pickles Fresh, and they're in New York City. So if you're in New York City or nearby, go get some of these fucking pickles. They're incredible. I got these spicy horseradish ones and put them in my fucking Bloody Mary. Mwah, man, fantastic. This isn't a paid sponsorship. These are just fucking very good pickles, and I want my friends to enjoy very good pickles. And they do ship too on the website. So they says they ship. So go check them out. I wanted to shout them out last week, but I still can't get logged into my Instagram on the computer. So I go old school. They're on Instagram too, and it's Tommy Pickles Fresh on Instagram.
Shout out to Tommy Pickles. Awesome. Chewy, you have anybody you would like to showcase? Anybody you want to?
In case he's still here, but Wade Cray had this post earlier this week that I thought was really, really fantastic. Just like talking about what this hobby has done for him and give him an outlet, how it's, when we think about like all the likes and all the engagement and like trying to grow, it can be frustrating at times. You're trying to both grow your presence, and so you can have more reach, and while also growing a skill and explore new art yourself. But deep down, the most important things, we all agree here. I mean, I met you too through this. I met a lot of good friends, and it's really about the friendships and the conversations that really matter most about this hobby. That's what toy photography really is like the strongest, because in the end, it's all toys, but it's the people that are behind the toys that you can
absolutely
have these great talks with and like build up these friendships. Would sound super weird since we're both old enough to be like, oh, you met someone on the internet and have that sentiment. But Wade Cray had this awesome post earlier this week about how important that was to him. And that resonated with me, and something that I absolutely agree with. So big shout out to
Wade. Yes, big shout out to Wade. And big shout out to Tommy's Pickles. Am I saying that right?
Tommy Pickles Fresh, yeah.
Tommy Pickles Fresh. Shout out. And then all our weekly fix features on tonight. Congratulations to you guys. Please go hit their pages up.
I can tell when Toy Addict gets tired and he's starting to get cranky, because he just tries to like fucking motor right through the finale of the show, just like no business. Don't fucking derail this guy.
I did 6 doubles this week, so you could only imagine.
Wow, good job. It's Thursday, so that's pretty messed up.
Yes. So
there hasn't even been 6 days yet.
He's working right now. He's
not within the same week. It's 2 split weeks, but it's been a lot lately. So, but
I
guys,
know you've been working hard.
Thank you, appreciate that. I'm glad somebody sees it. But thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. Again, super excited for WrestleMania. Super excited for Hoodmania 25. Anybody have I mean, I feel like Chewy kind of like gave us an awesome quote tonight. I don't know how to follow up with that. those words of encouragement that you said. I mean, do you have anything else you could end us with tonight, Chewy?
I think it's it can be somewhat related to anything that happened in the world today, but it's something that I talk to the toy daddies about, and I try to think about for myself, is that we all have these like big goals, and we want to get to a certain place in life. Goals without a plan is a wish.
That's right.
That's right. With that being said, ladies
and
gentlemen,
that way. That's beautiful. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're trying to rush. Okay, sorry. Good night, beautiful.
Thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button.
Click that notification bell
for more content.